6:15. A busy sidewalk. Everyone rushing somewhere important. A man stumbles, grips his chest, goes down hard. 42 people walk this block in the next 2 minutes. A woman in a cardigan slows her step, notices him. She looks around. Nobody else has stopped. Someone glances down, then keeps walking, phone still in hand. A jogger steps around him without breaking stride. 2 coworkers keep talking. They don't even look down. Someone actually stops, pulls out their phone, just films it. The woman in the cardigan hesitates. Surely someone else will help. She checks her watch. She's already late for something. One more glance back. Then she keeps walking too. 42 people. Nobody called for help. 90 seconds later, someone finally does. By accident, half noticing. Psychologists have a name for what just happened here. They call it the Bystander Effect. And the more people who watch, the less likely anyone helps. The size of the crowd itself changes the odds. The easy explanation? People today just don't care anymore. Cities make us cold. Screens make us numb, right? That's the story we tell ourselves, at least. But this isn't new, and it isn't really about caring. This phenomenon has a very specific birthday. March 13th, 1964, Queens, New York. A young woman named Kitty Genovese was walking home. What happened to her changed psychology forever. It was after 3 a.m., her apartment building was closed. Something happened in the street below her building. Lights began switching on in the windows above. One by one, curtains moved. People were watching. The story said 38 witnesses saw or heard something. 38 windows. 38 small glowing rectangles in the dark. Each person assumed somebody else already had. The story shocked the entire country. Reporters called it urban apathy. New Yorkers turning heartless. 2 psychologists in New York read the story and disagreed. John Darley and Bibb Latané didn't buy the heartless theory. They thought something else was going on, something more universal. Later, even the 38 witnesses number itself got questioned. But the pattern behind the story turned out to be very real. So the 2 psychologists designed an experiment to test it. What they found became one of psychology's most famous discoveries. 1968, a university research room. A simple study begins. A student sits alone, filling out a routine questionnaire. Thin smoke starts drifting in through a vent in the wall. Alone in the room, that student acts almost immediately. Now the same room. But this time, 3 strangers sit together. The same smoke drifts in through the same vent. One person glances at the smoke, then glances at the others. Nobody reacts. So nobody else reacts either. They sit there in a slowly filling room, saying nothing. Researchers had to end the test early. Nobody had moved. Alone, almost everyone acted. In a group, most did nothing. The smoke was identical. Only the number of people changed. Next, the 2 psychologists ran a second, sharper experiment. A subject believes they're chatting with others over an intercom. Actually, they're listening to a recording. There is no one else. Suddenly, distress crackles through the intercom speaker. Alone, believing only they can hear it, most people rush to help. Told a group of others can also hear it, far fewer respond. Same emergency, same speaker. Only the imagined audience changed. This wasn't coldness. It was something else, hiding in plain sight. There are 2 separate forces at work here. The first is called pluralistic ignorance. In confusing moments, we glance at other people for cues. If they look calm, we assume everything must be fine. But they're doing the exact same thing, looking back at us. A room full of calm faces, each one secretly unsure. Everyone performing calm. Nobody actually feeling it. The second force is diffusion of responsibility. Alone, the responsibility to act sits entirely on you. With 10 people watching, it quietly splits 10 ways. 10% of a duty doesn't feel like a duty at all. It's not that people decide not to help. It's that the decision gets invisibly divided until it disappears. The crowd doesn't just fail to act. It quietly cancels the urge itself. And this isn't a character flaw. It's wiring. Everyone's wiring. Kind people, cruel people. Same room, same silence. Fast forward to today. The room got a lot bigger. Now the bystanders carry glowing rectangles in their pocket. A crowd gathers around an emergency. Phones rise instead of hands. Everyone assumes someone else is already calling for help. The footage gets filmed. Sometimes it even gets shared online. Online, the effect flips. A pile-on of judgment. Instantly. Type a comment and 1,000 others pile on behind you. Nobody decided to join. The crowd just made it feel free. Same diffusion, same invisible math, a different kind of inaction. Courage spreads through a crowd too, or vanishes. Same math either way. The phone in every pocket didn't create the effect. It just gave it a much bigger room to hide in. Which raises an uncomfortable question. If the crowd removes responsibility, does one person restore it? Funny thing, it's not just emergencies, it's everything. 4 people stand by an office printer. It's clearly jammed. Nobody fixes it. Everyone quietly waits for someone else to try. 20 minutes later, 4 adults, 1 sad printer, 0 hero. So here's the part researchers actually found hopeful. The bystander effect breaks the instant it stops being general. Studies found one exact phrase that reliably shatters it. Not, "Somebody call an ambulance," said to the whole crowd, but, "You in the blue jacket, call an ambulance," said to one person. The moment responsibility has a name, it can't diffuse anymore. One person, singled out, almost always acts. It's such a small shift, a pointed finger, a direct name. It doesn't require the crowd to become braver. It just removes their favorite excuse. Someone else will. Because once it's you, specifically, there is no one else. That's the whole discovery, boiled down to one sentence. Sometime later, a different street, same woman, cardigan and all. A cyclist goes down hard at the curb ahead of her. A small crowd gathers, phones already rising around her. For a second, old habit, check, hesitate, look for someone else. Then she remembers what she now knows. She turns straight to one stranger, points. "You, call 911, now." The stranger blinks, startled, then moves instantly, phone at his ear. She kneels down beside the cyclist. Someone finally did something. The bystander effect was never really about bad people. It was about an old, invisible math nobody could see. Now you can see it. That's the only difference that matters. Next time the crowd freezes, you'll know exactly what to say.